Teachers love when students are able to mark up, annotate, and edit PDF worksheets or Google Slides. Our new integration with Google Classroom makes it even easier to create assignments that students can mark up using our Web Annotations Chrome extension and then submit for you to review in Google Classroom. Before we start, I want to mention that this feature works with both free and pro instructor accounts, so you'll be able to use it regardless of your account type. It requires the Annotate Web Annotations Chrome extension to be installed on both teacher and student devices. If you do not have the Annotate Chrome extension installed, please use the direct link on our Downloads page to install it from the Google Chrome Web Store. You'll need to be logged in to your Annotate web account. If you have not imported your Google Classroom course into Annotate, now would be a great time to do so. Open the Courses tab and then click the Add Course floating action button, then click Add Google Classroom Courses. Please be sure to accept permissions for allowing access to your Google Classroom information. Select the courses where you would like to use Annotate with Google Classroom and click Import. Now, go to your Google Classroom account and open the course to use with Annotate and navigate to the Classwork tab. Click Create and you should see the Annotate Activity option available in the menu. Go ahead and click Create Annotate Activity. The Create Annotate Activity dialog should open up. The dialog has two tabs, Drawing Activity and Publish Annotate Content. The Drawing Activity tab lets you create an assignment using Adobe PDF or Google Slides content from your Google Drive, and then share it with students through Google Classroom. Students use Annotate to mark up the document and then turn in their assignments. The Publish Annotate Content tab allows you to pull content from your Annotate web account and share it with students through Google Classroom. We'll cover this feature in a separate video. Okay, let's come back to the Drawing Activity tab and create a Google Classroom assignment. Let's start by naming the assignment. Then add in instructions for your students or additional details about completing the assignment. Notice that your current Google Classroom course and the linked course in your Annotate web account are shown on the right. Click the plus sign to select the file from your Google Drive that students will be working on. Click to select a PDF or Google Slides file and then click Select. Don't worry about students overwriting each other's work because Annotate creates a separate copy of the file for each student, so this step will be seamless. You are also able to add additional materials like images, websites, or other documents for students to refer to when responding to the assignment. Click the attachment icon to select a file from Google Drive. To add a web page, click the link icon and paste the URL of that page that you would like to share. Now set the total point value for this assignment. You can also set a due date for the assignment or leave it blank if you want your students to turn in their work at their own pace. Finally, click Assign and schedule the assignment in Google Classroom. The assignment will show up in your Classwork tab in just a few seconds. On the student side, the assignment should now be visible in the Classwork tab. Students can also access the assignment by logging into their Annotate web account and navigating to the Activities tab in the linked Annotate course. Click the assignment card to open the assignment in Google Classroom. Click the document thumbnail in the Your Work section to launch the assignment. If students are going to be drawing on a PDF, then Google Classroom will show a preview of the PDF. Students need to click Open With and then select Annotate to use the annotation tools to mark up that document. If this is the first time they're using Annotate or they are unable to see Annotate listed as an option for opening the document, they will need to link their Google Drive with Annotate to save their work. Click Link with Annotate and be sure to accept all permissions. Select Annotate from the Open With dropdown to open the PDF in a new tab with the Annotate toolbar active. Students can use one or more of the several annotation tools available to them to mark up the document. The pen and highlighter tools are useful for freehand annotations anywhere on the document. Students can also use the text tool to type in their responses. Now, as students are working on their responses, Annotate continuously saves their work in their account every few seconds. Students can manually force a save by clicking the save icon on the toolbar, so they have the flexibility to close their work and resume from where they've left off. You'll also notice the integrated Turn In button, which is always available to students. Clicking the caret on the right brings up the Update PDF option. This updates the actual PDF with all their annotations and is helpful should they wish to use a different software to complete the remainder of their work or submit directly from the Google Classroom page. Once students have completed their work and are ready to submit, they can click the Turn In button. Clicking Turn In updates the PDF or Google Slides with their annotations and submits it to Google Classroom. The submission status is also correctly updated in the Google Classroom assignment page. Their work is now available for grading. Go ahead and open the assignment from Google Classroom and click on Student Work to begin grading. Google Classroom will open the PDF or slides in a new tab in the Grading view. To grade the assignment with Annotate, click Grade with Annotate. The Annotate toolbar should now be visible in the Grading view. Use the annotation tools to grade student work. Use the comment tool to leave your feedback for the student. You can use the recording tool to add a personal note using your device camera or leave a voice comment. Once you are done, click Update PDF to save your feedback to the PDF. You will need to accept the one-time permission to save files to Google Drive. Click Return when you would like to share your review with your student. As you can see, Annotate's integration with Google Classroom makes it a great tool for students to mark up or draw on top of your PDFs and Google Slides. Please share your comments, your suggestions, and observations as you use this feature, so as always, we can continue to improve it for the use in your classroom.